Welcome back, you beautiful people. It is March 2023. So, naturally, we're taking a look back at what happened in February 2023 and where we're sitting year to date for the first 2 months of this year. And what a different year we are in right now. As always, if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that like button on YouTube. Click that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all of the different listings that hit the market before they come out. So you can start to see some new listings before they hit MLS, before they become available to the general public. And share this with anybody who you think might be interested in what's going on with real estate in Ottawa. Let's just jump right into it. In February, we sold 40% less houses than we sold in 2022. So what a different year it is. And the average price is 19% less than it was in 2022. So those are the overall headlines. And you can see all of the news, outlets saying less houses sold and lower prices. But that's only compared to last year. And there's some really interesting stuff as we jump into it here. You can see we have a lot more houses for sale, houses and condos for sale, but not a lot more than last month. And when we look at the months of inventory, you can actually see that it's less than 3 months of inventory. And we almost hit 4 last month. So sure, yeah, the number of sales is lower, but the inventory is not creeping up. So a very interesting part about the supply, and we're still suffering from the same issues in terms of supply. Year to date, you can see we're sitting at 35% less sales and an average price being down by about 15.7. And in the notes here, what you'll see is that, yes, we have a negative growth year over year, but a positive growth month over month for the second month in a row. So January had a higher price than December did, and February has a higher price than January does. So it seems like we're getting back into the regular swing of things, the regular market that sort of ramps up regularly through the year. But last year was crazy. So when we compare anything back to the crazy year, it's going to look worse, essentially. Now we'll break it down. We'll talk about the residential side in February. Total of 41.8 less houses sold in the month of February and an average price reduction of 15.2%. On the inventory side, again, you can see not a lot of inventory being added, but when you compare to February 2022, there is 147% more inventory. Again, less than 3 months of inventory. It is a seller's market technically until you get to 4 to 6 months of inventory where it's a balanced market. And we are seeing more and more places go into multiple offers. So something to be aware of is year to date, you see we're down by 14.3% in terms of pricing. We're down by 37.6% in terms of number of sales. Now, like I said, the residential sector is up by $33,000 month over month when we compare February to January, and we're up $21,000 from January to December. But we're down by $200,000 over the course of 2022. So from when we hit the peak in March until the end of 2022, we went down by $200,000. And, these small makeups, I mean, we're talking a small $50,000 increase over the last 2 months. That's significant. Of course, it's offset by that big, big drop. If we talk about the condo world in the month of February, you can see the number of sales down by 31.3% and the average price down by 12%. The inventory doing about the same thing. Hey, the inventory is exactly the same in February, and that's not a typo, in February 2023 as it was in January 2023. But again, when we're comparing, a lot of times we get stuck comparing year over year as opposed to month over month. So you can see the average, here you go. The average months of inventory is not updated because that number is supposed to be closer to under 3. So I didn't update this slide, and I'm not going to do it now because it's too close to the end of this presentation. So here you go. It is closer to 2.8 months of inventory, not 3.8. So maybe in post we can fix that. Probably not. Year to date on the condo world, you can see we're sitting at 368 sales. It's a decrease of 38.5%, and the average price of a condo down at $411, which is about a 10% decrease from 2022 pricing. The residential segment, the condo segment are kind of doing two different things. The residential segment has really popped up, but last month the condo segment went down by about $2,000, and the month before it went down by about $22,000. That's the average prices. So some fluctuations. Obviously, we typically see really expensive or really inexpensive condos, and it's such a small sample size that it has a big impact on what it looks like overall. Now, if you're thinking about selling, you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about investing in real estate, as always, you can click the link below to schedule an appointment with me or the team. The calendar link is down there. You can also call us, as always, directly on my cell phone if you'd like, or at 1-888-REAL585. And until then, keep it real, collective.